How to get rid of uncertainty. Today's question comes from Pramodini Dandekar, and she wants to know how can she get rid of certainty. Now, listen carefully. The poor and middle class, they want to get rid of uncertainty. They don't like uncertainty. They hate uncertainty. You know who loves uncertainty? The rich people. The entrepreneurs love uncertainty. The passionpreneurs, they love uncertainty. Look, if you're watching this video, either you are an employee who's looking to start a business or you have already started a business. Now, pay attention on what I'm going to say next to you, because you're going to love this video. The way people in 9-to-5 job they think is completely different than the way people in business they think. The way poor think is different than the rich people. And it all boils down to how are you thinking and how are you perceiving things, because your action will be based on your thinking and your result will be based on your action. So thinking is crucial. This question is absolutely wrong. This is not just for you, it's for everybody who's watching the video. Pramodini, don't think like poor people. Poor people hate uncertainty. Now, I'll give you my example. When I was in a job, guess what? It was absolute certain that every 30 days I'm going to get a paycheck. Everything was certain. I was certain my boss is going to be the same, even if after a few months, 1 year, whatever it is. I was certain that this is the same team I'm going to be working on, few people here and there. I was certain that this is the product I will be selling for next X number of time. Everything in the job was certain. And when I quit my job, I went from certain world where everything I can predict, even I can predict what money I'm going to get every month, to the whole new world of entrepreneurship. Becoming a passionpreneur mentor. In 2018, I started my business. Everything was uncertain. I did not know how many clients I will get. I don't know how I will convert them. I don't know how long I can sustain the cash flow. I didn't know a lot of things, but uncertain. But just think about this. The beauty of living a life is in embracing the uncertainty and enjoying the uncertainty. Let me give you an example. Did you watch a movie recently and you already knew what the story is? Think about that. Or you watched a movie because you're curious about the story and how things are going to work out. Meaning there is always an uncertainty in a movie. There'll be twists, there'll be turns, there'll be ups, there'll be downs. You enjoy the movie because of uncertainty. If the movies become predictable, you will not like it. Yes or no? Put it in comment box. If you have the movies are predictable, it's boring. But then think about the life. If the life is predictable and you have got rid of uncertainty, everything is predictable, you know what is going to happen next, it's going to be boring. Now, you may or may not be understanding what I'm saying right now, but uncertainty is not your enemy. Don't get rid of that. Uncertainty is probably your friend. Embrace uncertainty because that's where the excitement is. But here's the thing. Of course, when you go into the new world where a lot of things are uncertain, you want to mitigate risk. You want to reduce the risk. So don't worry about uncertainty because everything in business is uncertain. But guess what? There's a big payday. There are a lot of benefits which will outweigh the uncertainty, right? Yes, it's uncertain. It's uncertain. Maybe next year I may go out of business. But I'll tell you one thing, the probability may be less if I can mitigate the risk. How do I mitigate the risk? By increasing my awareness and my consciousness. Now, these two terms, awareness and consciousness, you will not hear that in regular 9-to-5 life. In 9-to-5 life, people don't want to increase their awareness and consciousness. Now, they're lovely people, but the environment is as such because who are you learning from? Your bosses. You think they have the great awareness of life? They have the great consciousness about life and career and success. They have no idea about that. All they know is, hey, how do I meet my target? How do I do enough? to get a paycheck? How do I get promotion? That's about it. But that is not how life is. You need to increase your awareness and consciousness. But how would you do that? How would you do that? Learn from the coaches and mentors who have been where you want to be. For example, when I started my business in 2018, was there uncertainty? Yes. Was I scared? Yes. Was I worried? Yes. But here's the beauty. Because my consciousness and awareness about a lot of topics and a lot of things were big, thanks to my mentor. I had Grant Cardone as a first mentor, then Dan Lok as a second mentor. Just because I had these amazing mentors, I could mitigate the risk of failing. And if you're listening to this, if you're a middle class person, if you're in a job, you know it, that we middle class people, when we start the new journey or something new, when there's a lot of uncertainty, you don't have a lot of liberty to fail. Yes or no? Yes or no? You have a lot of bills to pay. And if you can't pay the bills, you fail. So you don't have a lot of big risk appetite, right? So what do? You need to mitigate those risks. And how do you mitigate them? By learning from coaches and mentors like I did. A lot of people think that investing in self-development, having coaches, having mentors is waste of time. A lot of people think that. What has happened to them? Lack of awareness, lack of consciousness, and to the degree that they're not able to think big and achieve big, their life is mediocre. Now again, I'm not here to judge anybody. If they're happy in that life, mediocre life, good for them. But I am not one of those. And I'm sure you're not one of them too. Yes? Put it in chat box. Put it in chat box if I'm correct. That you're not one of those people who is stuck in the small life, mediocrity, and that's about it. No, you want to grow. That's why you're watching the video till now. Otherwise, who watches the videos like this? Uncertainty, consciousness and all. Only the hungry passionpreneurs watch those videos. So mitigate the risk, okay? Don't worry about uncertainty. Focus on embracing uncertainty, enjoying the uncertainty. It's just like playing a video game. If you don't have enemies and uncertainty in a video game, the video game will be boring. If there's no tough tasks in life and tough challenges in life, it's going to be boring. If this is not uncertain, it's going to be boring. So when I'm running my business, going from 1 crore in first year in 2018 to 2.5 crores second year and third year, 16 crores, what is happening? I'm embracing uncertainty and I'm taking risk and mitigating risk by increasing my consciousness and awareness of how the market is going to be, by scaling, by implementing a lot of things, by reading books, by following my mentors. I'm just increasing my consciousness, which is nothing but my knowledge and my skills. If I increase my knowledge and skills, all the risk and all the uncertainty will go down. Because no matter what happens today, if you take away everything from me, I will not be scared. You know why? Because I've developed high paying skills. I have the knowledge, I have the wisdom, and this money is not the driver. Yeah, 16 crores is great, but you know what the driver is? Is to make a real difference on people's life. And I don't care, it's uncertain. I don't care whether it will be 1,000 people or 10,000 people that I'll impact in next week or next month. I don't care, it's uncertain. But what I love is I am going to impact people. So instead of worrying about uncertainty, lack and scarcity and fear, I want you to focus on abundance, impact, growth, embracing the uncertainty, taking risk, mitigating risk, increasing consciousness. These are two different levels of thinking. One person is worried in 9 to 5 and having a low consciousness, and a passionpreneur is growth driven. So, Prabodhini, I hope this answers your question. Here's what I want you to do. All of you, if you're watching this, if you have not attended my webinar, How to Quit 9 to 5 and Build a Business Around Passion, I suggest you do that right now. Okay? If you want a link, check out in the description. If you don't find it, send an email to support@davegadhvi.com. But you need to learn a lot, and I cannot teach you everything in just small video. I can teach you how you can go from where you are to building the business around passion and mitigating all the risk and embracing all the risk, like how I did. It is a game to me, the game of serving people and growing. I want to check how many people I can impact and how soon can I impact. And I love that. Even if it is uncertain, I love it. We're launching new programs. Why? It's uncertain. We don't know if people are going to buy. We're spending money, we're spending time and effort, but we love uncertainty because there is no risk. If there is no risk, there is no ishq. Right? Remember the famous dialogue? Risk nahi to ishq nahi. Okay, this is your mentor, Dave Gadhvi. Put it in chat box if you have more questions like this. Put it in chat box. I may pick up your question and I may make a new video on that. But think about the question and put it in chat box. I'm going to answer some of those questions through future videos. Give me thumbs up and subscribe to this YouTube channel if you have not done it already, because you don't want to miss this valuable information. I spend a lot of time and effort learning and capturing the knowledge, and I'm going to distill that and serve it in a silver platter. All you have to do is click the subscribe button and watch all the videos. Okay, now go ahead and watch other videos that I have. Go to the playlist. I've got tons and tons of other videos on how do you start a business, how do you make money, what are the ideas that you can use to make money, what are the 9 ways to start a business without money. I got a lot of ideas on my YouTube channel. So go ahead and binge watch YouTube videos and continue your transformation journey. This is Dave Gadhvi, and I'm going to see you in the next video. Take care. God bless you.